and because he's white and he's not necessarily, and he's not, and you can't say he's anti-black players because the NFL is full of black players, and he came to this meeting, and the way they set the chairs up, they didn't want players on one side, owners on the other. They wanted to intermingle everybody. They wanted to sit down and talk together, and because Tanika said, yes, you can. No, Tanika, I don't think that's fair. Because he used a statement that we all use where people say the inmates are running the asylum. Now, people get mad. I mean, come on, y'all. There has to be a point where we can sit down and talk and have a dialogue. And if somebody says something, we get sensitive. Because I personally think that everybody over the years has gotten soft. We so politically correct. But Tanika, he wasn't talking about just black people. He was talking about the players. NFL is not comprised of only black players. You got white players. You got Hispanic. You got all types of races in the league. Samoan. So when he said inmates are running the asylum, we can't let the inmates run the asylum. He wasn't talking about black people. He was talking about the players. It just so happens that most of the players in the league are black, and the protests are black people. But these players that are there are representing the players' union, Tanika. So where do we draw the line when he was using a metaphor? Now Eve Hall is on here. She says she's never said that ever. So Eve, you got mad, but I know plenty of people who use that. I know plenty of people who have used that expression. See how everybody's getting involved and speaking their piece? Rod, he was talking about the black players that are protesting, they are black. But he didn't say the black players. So y'all assuming that he's talking about the black players? Because they're the ones protesting? Because I saw white players protesting alongside the black players. I saw the owners protest when Donald Trump tried to tell them what to do. So we got, name the show, we got something to say. Earl Fillmore says because Rod, he called them SOBs first, now this. You do know somebody that used that phrase, Tanika. Stop it.
I'm going to share a link on your wall, and then people can go there and see if we're live on YouTube. Test it out, okay?
Okay. Hey, Levon, I know that. Levon, you need to call me tomorrow. What is she texting? I need to put this on airplane.
I'm gonna put it on your in your comment section. All right.
So Carlette says she know. You know what? No, Levon. Hey, thank you. That's why I love my people. Levon, they already called me. What you just sent me, they already called. Oh, see this link right here? It just popped up from Westerner Pierre. If you click on that link, you can see it. You can see us on YouTube as well, and you'll be able to hear us. Alonzo, what's up? What's up, doggy? Ethel Colden just joined us. Thank you, Ethel. So we're averaging around 22 people. That's not good enough, y'all. I need you to pump it up. Levon Bracey, if you don't stop texting me right now, I know that's her.
So we should be live right now on YouTube.
We should be live right now on YouTube.
There might be a slight delay on this one, but we should be live on YouTube right now.
We'll come up faster on YouTube probably. So there should be a slight delay. So all my people out there that are watching here, I need one of you to slide over to YouTube on that link and see if you can see us and hear us. And if you can let us know if it's working, that's great, because that's why we're here. We're doing a little test run to make sure you can see us, you can hear us. We're going to decorate this room a little bit, and we're also going to try to find a spot. And we're on the page now, but we're also going to try to find a spot, maybe a location like 3-in-1, you know what I'm saying? So every time we open up the show, we say, we're here live at 3-in-1. So that's free promotion.
We got 2 people watching now.
We got 2 people watching on YouTube. Hey, turn up. Hey, we're on YouTube, guys. We're live. I can't fix my phone because people are... what do I do to keep my phone from getting interrupted?
Hang it up?
No, I hung up. Somebody texted me, but can't I put it on airplane mode?
If you do that, I don't even know if you'll be able to use it.
Well, we're just gonna have to make it do what it do. Tanika, you can see. Who's on YouTube? Carlette, you say if I put it on airplane mode, it'll work. I'm not gonna do it now, but I'm gonna probably try that because I heard it'll work. It'll stop people from calling and it won't interrupt my signal when I go live. Because we want to go live on Facebook and on YouTube, and then we're gonna take that link also and put it up. So if you missed it, hey man, turn the mic down. Test. I'm getting these P's real hard.
Stop saying peas. So
No man, P is good. Pop that, hey, pop that, hey, baby. All right.
How is that?
You got us on
that
both,
better?
Tommy?
Is that better?
That's a lot better.
Okay.
Tommy, can you see us on both? Lisa, what's up? So let's get back into this little topic that I started earlier since we already talking about it. So
do you want to just go straight to the YouTube channel, or do you want to keep the live going on Facebook?
I'm going to keep the live going too.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the live going. I'm going to put the phone right here. So there's a little bit of delay with YouTube, but it's cool. So Earl Fillmore says he feels offended for these young men trying to make a living, but I'm being called an inmate. But come on, Earl. Earl, let's be honest, Earl. How many times have you heard the term inmates running the asylum? Wes, let's hear from you.
Is it just the slang? You know, because I've heard that before.
It's a metaphor.
So are people using, like, is it like fake outrage right now? Is that what it is?
I wouldn't call it fake outrage. This is what
I'm just asking.
This is what I think, Wes. I think that America has just done black people wrong for so long, and treated us bad for so long that we have moments like when Barack Obama won president. A lot of people, I think, came together. I think we didn't have all unity because, of course, you got your undercover racists, which are out now because Donald Trump has somewhat giving them freedom to do what they want to do.
Right.
But at that point, I think a lot of people felt like, hey, this is America. We might have a chance. I think we were more unified under the Obama administration. Not just here, but a lot of people all over the world respected Barack Obama. When he went to Germany, there were it was ridiculous how many people were there. I watched it live on CNN, and it was crazy how many people came out to show love to President Obama. But at the same time, we keep snatching the Band-Aid off. Anytime there's an opportunity for healing, anytime there's an opportunity for us to come together, somebody does something and it snatches the Band-Aid right back off, and we never have time to truly heal as a country. And the only way we're going to heal as a country is for people to come together and have a dialogue and really sit down and talk real about what's going on in America. Like us black people sitting down with white people and saying, this is why this bothers me. Because there are white people out there who really don't understand our culture and don't know anything. So sometimes they may say something and it may offend or upset black people, but honestly, they don't know. I saw a Jewish man. I'm not going to say his name. He rich too, y'all. He was donating to the United Negro College Fund, and they showed a film at the presentation before it was time. You know, it was a luncheon that I was hosting, and this man boo-hoo cried like Tyrese won his. I shouldn't do that. See, that's wrong. This man boo-hoo cried.
I'm still iffy about some of that stuff, though.
He boo-hoo cried because he saw the dogs attacking blacks during the civil rights movement. Right. And he said, which I don't believe that, but the crying was real. He said he never knew about how much because of his people had going through so much. And he never saw that before. And this man was crying. Like it really bothered him to see this video.
Right.
So I don't know what to say. I can't speak on this man's emotions or how he felt or if he really knew anything about the civil rights movement. But here's my issue. When people say we can't let the inmates run the asylum, I've heard that a million times before this man said this.
Right.
Okay. It's a metaphor in the right text and tone, which is the usage was meant to be offensive. Tommy on top.
It just doesn't help that it was said during these times.
During these times.
Yeah,
right. It's a touchy situation.
That's the issue.
And he should have
It's like maybe you should have used some different wording. But then again, maybe you're using wording because maybe you're racist. Just maybe.
Could be, maybe.
I'm just saying.
You could be
Just
a racist.
just a question. I'm
Right.
just asking a question. That's all. You know, I always leave room for skepticism. You know, just a little bit of room.
Well, I think that's the problem, sir. I think there's so much skepticism that there's no room for optimism.
No, there's always room because it got to be balanced, 50-50. It has to be balanced.
Right.
But I always leave just a little room, just a little bit. You know?
Okay, so I have a question for everybody that feels that it was offensive and that he meant to offend everybody. If he meant to offend everybody, why would he even take time out to come to this meeting and sit side by side with the players? All right. Earl says that's cool to get together and have dialogue, but the good old boy system doesn't want to have convo. I think if he didn't want to come. Listen, they told Jerry Jones, the super neck, what color? Red. Told him, he's so redneckish. Oh, I can't stand it. He's one of the reasons I hate the Cowboys. You got all these black people. No, you got all these black people that love the Dallas. They will fight you about the Dallas Cowboys.
I know.
And
I know.
Jerry Jones is one of the biggest. But see, here's the dilemma.
Hashtag Cowboys are garbage.
Hashtag Cowboys are garbage. But this is the dilemma. Jerry Jones, out of all the players in the league, has given more second chances to that player who has been tossed out and overlooked. Jerry said, I'll take him. I'll take the coon.
Is it?
I'll take the coon and let him play. He'll make me a Super Bowl.
Is it concern or is it about money?
Are we still on the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it concern or is it about money?
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's concern and about money. I think he's
meaning a genuine
he's
concern.
concerned about his money.
Right. Is it right?
But he understands where his bread is buttered also. And people act like these players aren't getting paid. Why? Okay, Alonzo Lennon says here on live, white America does not want to understand us. They just want us back in slavery. In order for us to move forward, we have to first stop killing and stealing from each other. This is one of the main reasons why white Americans don't take us seriously. What you think, Wes? I kind of agree that we do have to handle our own selves more accordingly. We got to love ourselves, love each other a little bit more, but that doesn't have one thing to do with each other. I mean, if we want to kill ourselves, then we kill ourselves, but we should not be treated differently. We should not be put down. We should not be not afforded an opportunity or chance to move forward with our lives. It says we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and a lot of times we are not allowed to pursue happiness or have a life.
Question: when that was written, were you in mind?
No. So you're saying?
I'm just asking.
That's a good comment. You know why?
I'm just asking.
It's a good comment because
life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
No, we weren't in mind because when the Constitution was written and all these amendments were written, we weren't even considered people. So that's the first thing. We have to rewrite the Constitution, just like you're tearing down all these monuments and these statues of people from the Confederacy that lost the Civil War, which I don't understand why their flag is flown, because when you lose a war, your flag is taken down and your flag is to never be seen again. So why the Nazi flag and why the Confederate flag? I don't know. But we weren't in mind. So yes, we need to go back and change the Constitution and change a lot of our history, because you don't want me to get into that, because this country was started by criminals.
Right.
This country was started by hooligans from England, and they came up with their own rules to fit their own needs at the time. And so, of course, no, we weren't in mind.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because people are making, for the people who make a big deal about the statues and tearing down the statues of the Confederate generals and soldiers and all that other stuff, but do they want to tear down the statues of George Washington and all these other people who were probably just as bad? You get what I'm saying? It's like these people own slaves also, but one side lost
and the other side
war, right? And so now we're tearing down statues because, I mean, I understand the reason why they're wanting to do it, but the winners were just as bad.
Well, I think we have to use some common sense.
To some degree.
We have to use common sense and pump our brakes a little bit. Because like George Washington, he did own slaves. Thomas Jefferson owned slaves. But at the same time, they did start the United States of America. They started the country.
Hashtag I don't know what I'm talking about half the time, so I just want to,
No, you're smart, brother. No, I think, but at the same time, they weren't part of the Confederacy.
Right, right, of course.
The Confederacy slavery was a whole. I know slavery is bad, but when the Civil War broke out, it was real bad. And if Thomas Jefferson, who's from Virginia and a founder of the University of Virginia, the Confederacy headquarters was in Virginia, which sometimes makes me go, wow, they were that close to each other, the North and the South. But, when I'm saying while the war was going on, Virginia's like right there.
Right.
Next to the northern states. So, but I think at some point, we got to get rid of these statues. General Lee, Robert E. Lee said himself that he thought it best if they didn't put statues up about him. He said this with his own words. He was asked, and in his own words, he said it'd probably be better if they didn't put statues up because he just thought it wasn't a good idea, especially because they lost the war. General Lee said this, and yet people still talking about their heritage and culture. But let's get back to the owner in the NFL.
Right.
The situation.
We've digressed.
I feel that they personally, we got to calm down. I mean, if anything, one of the black players in the room expressed their feelings, but now that's all we're talking about. And we get to a point where we're trying to make progress, and then somebody says something stupid. This is how far that should have gone. The black player should have said, if you don't mind, could you please not use that? And then explain to him why he shouldn't use it. And then carry on with what we need to do. Because every time somebody says something stupid, we get caught up on that, and we never make any progress. Like, why is that even a story? Why are we talking about it? Because we focus on, while we're trying to get our agenda passed and while we're trying to get our voices heard, somebody white will say something stupid, and sometimes somebody black will say something stupid too.
Of course.
And we focus on the stupid stuff. We don't focus. All we got to do, look, if you're a man and you're sitting there and we have a disagreement, I say, Wes, with all due respect, sir, don't say that, please. Don't say that to me. Right. And I'll tell you why you shouldn't say it. And then if you say, okay, my bad, I apologize. Let's move on. This is what I feel like the problem in America is. We don't move on. Like, people are going to say insensitive stuff. People are going to say things that are politically incorrect. But when do we move on? Now, it's not 100% all the time we should move on, because when you say stuff like grab them by the pussy.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. By the house, the children.
It's all good.
When you say stuff like grab them by the vagina.
Have you ever met my relatives?
No.
That's probably...
we're frozen. We got frozen on Facebook Live.
It's all good.
Let's keep going.
Keep going.
Now, check me out on YouTube if you can't get the signal. But when people say stuff like that, we back on now, I think. We frozen.
Was he, real talk though, when he said that, was he lying though? You know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people with money and influence or whatever, and like with this Hollywood scandal and all this stuff going on.
Right.
A lot of these people who have, influence and power or whatever, they feel like they can do just about anything they want. You know what I mean? So
I don't think he was lying.
Right. That's the sad part about it. And it's kind of like, hey, if you got the money, you can do what you want. It's an ugly thing, but a lot of people do that. You know what I mean? Quiet
as it's kept. That conversation wasn't even supposed to be recorded, even though he was dead wrong.
Right.
So, it is what it is. We try to fight, but we can't get sidetracked by people being insensitive or saying stupid stuff.
Right.
Thank y'all for jumping back on Facebook Live. I appreciate it. I apologize for the technical difficulty, but I'm out here in Mayberry with my boy, and I'm not getting a good signal right now with my phone. But that's what we're here to work on. We're going to get that resolved and fixed too. We're going to use more technology to get the signal how we want it, and it's going to be all right.
YouTube is still working. So
YouTube is still working. So
send the people over
if
there.
You can't get us, go to the link. Put that link back up, Wes.
It's in your comments.
It's in my comments, but we dropped the signal, so I don't know if they can still see it or not. But Wes is putting a link up now. If you want to watch us live on YouTube, please check us out on YouTube. We're going to create a new YouTube channel, and we're going to be on Facebook Live. and we're going to talk about issues and subjects just like this, and we're going to keep it hot. And look, we're having a good dialogue and discussion right now, and this isn't even like a real legit show.
Right.
We don't even have anything written down. This is just straight talk, and I think it's cool. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing. I think we're going to have thousands of people watching us, and look, we can't do it without you. So again, we need you. We need your support. How many people we got on YouTube? 2?
Maybe.
That's all right.
The stream is strong.
The stream is strong. The stream is strong. So check us out. We're gonna do movie reviews because I go to the movies all the time, and I'm gonna check some movies out. So I'm gonna need you guys to just really go. We're gonna try to keep you updated with what's going on in entertainment. And speaking of people grabbing people by the JJ, let's segue over to my boy. Hey, Sonya Robinson, Regina, how you doing? Commissioner Hill. Let's segue over to Kevin Spacey. So, Wes, I want you to take this for now when you get through typing. But Wes knows more about this than I do. But
Not really. I heard about it, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull up the article or whatever, and then we can just
we read the article based on what we hear. But Kevin Spacey is in trouble. All of my House of Cards fans, oh my goodness, they are going to finish the 6th season of House of Cards, and then they are taking House of Cards off the air because Kevin Spacey is a freak.
Well, I think it was close to coming to an end also.
Yes, but they got to finish the last season. That's my show. See, I don't believe in just... Now, if he did it, I don't know.
Okay, they say this guy named Anthony Rapp claimed that Kevin Spacey made sexual advances toward him when he was 14.
Okay, let me ask you this. What does Anthony Rapp do?
I have no idea.
I'm always the bad guy. I'm sorry, but I am. What does Anthony Rapp do? Because look,
hey man, we're not even.
What's the producer's name? What's the producer's name that got in trouble and they took all his?
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Okay, let's take Harvey Weinstein. How many women have made it big, come up big, and made millions off of Harvey?
Clarify. Are you defending him?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
thank you. That's why I got you on this show.
I'm just saying.
I'm not defending Harvey. All I'm saying is, somebody came out 19 years, just like they said for Bill Cosby. You know, I can understand. Listen, I don't know what it's like to be raped, so I'm not saying that what they did was cool at all. I need y'all to understand that. What I am saying is, how long does it take before, if you're a child and your parent finds out you've been molested, the police need to be called immediately, and it needs to be out that this guy is a monster.
Right.
If you're a young lady and you've been molested or you feel like you've been taken advantage of, the police need to be notified. And I'm going to say this. I'll give you a couple years because sometimes it takes people a while to get over that and come out. But we talking about, in the case of Bill Cosby, 30 years later?
Right.
And now you want to come out and bash this man?
Well, I think what we got to look at is everyone handles trauma and assault and things differently.
Right.
You know, so we can't necessarily, I don't know if there's even a correct time limit on something like that.
But okay, but
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know?
So you're saying that once somebody comes out, it may give somebody else the courage to come out and say, well, he did this to me too. Now I don't want him to get away with it.
Stuff like that, I don't think you can put a time limit on it because, you know, there are people who sometimes, you know, things happen and they block it out of their mind, and then something happens and it triggers, you know, that memory or whatever. You know, you just never know.
What the Ryan Water says, he thinks they're lying, and see, this is the thing. I think some people
about the Kevin Spacey thing.
Which one are you talking about, Ron? Kevin Spacey or Brother Bill Cosby? Because here's my thing. They didn't come out with sexual comments or it happened once before this when Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC. The only time they came out with these...
Are we going down conspiracy lane right now?
Yep, we're on the conspiracy road. The only time that they said this about Bill Cosby was when he tried to buy NBC and when he tried to buy it again later, or he tried to come out with his own network. Now, all these years in between the Cosby Show, after the Cosby Show went off the air, nobody said anything. The first time they did it, it was one woman. This time, they dropped the bomb. It was like, how many women? 50 women? 30, between 30 and 50 women?
At least.
So why didn't you say anything all this time? That's what I'm saying. It's hard.
Let me ask a question.
Yes, sir.
If he's guilty, right?
Statute of limitation.
Right. No, not that. I'm just saying, like, if he's guilty,
right,
regardless of who it is,
right.
Cosby, Weinstein, Spacey, whatever, right? If they're guilty, does it matter when the information comes out?
Statute of limitations, man.
You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, if he was trying to buy NBC and they say, you know, the news gets put out there that he did X, Y, Z. Should it matter? If he's guilty, should it matter?
No, but why did it come out?
I understand what you're saying.
It came, both times. That's
you're
not
saying
a coincidence.
You're saying it's strategic.
Both times,
right.
Yes, because you could character assassinate somebody and ruin their life.
Right.
Like both times in the case of Cosby,
lives?
If he ruined their lives,
you get what I'm saying? Like whose life is more? I mean, like the ruining of whose life is more important at the time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like saying, okay, if he's guilty and they put out that information about him, and he did that to those women, his life is going to be ruined. But he kind of ruined their life too. If he, no, not kind of. He did ruin their life. If he did, you know what I'm saying?
He did if he did it. But here's the thing that really just bothers me with America. I don't know if they really are telling the truth, man. It's hard to tell because both incidences, like in the case of Hollywood, Bill Cosby, when the Cosby Show was at its peak, there were people trying to get at Bill Cosby. If Bill Cosby invited a woman to come up to his room, they was going.
Right.
If you wanted to be in Hollywood and make it, and you had access to Bill Cosby, they were going up to the room. Right. Now me, I know plenty of black women. I can't speak for everybody, but I know some sisters be like, I'm bringing my girlfriend with me, okay? Right. They're not going up there by themselves. Right. Ain't no way. And sisters, you know that. Y'all don't even go to the bathroom without each other at the club. So don't even go there.
Now, the same could be said for the men too, because just like your boy Terry Crews came out and said somebody grabbed him while he was at a party with his wife. You get what I'm saying? So on the low, there's a lot of stuff going on.
You know what it is? It's the devil. Ain't nobody reading the Bible. Ain't nobody going to church. People got the devil in them.
No, it's not even that. You know what it is?
What is it?
It's that fame.
Yeah.
You know, it's but I'm willing to sacrifice my beliefs or my morals or whatever just so I can get on TV or what. You know, there's some of that. There's some of that in there too.
Wes, you know what? I'm 50-50 on myself personally. I feel like I haven't made it to where I want to yet.
Right.
Part of it, the 50% part of it is I just need to do stuff like I'm doing now. Right. Get on my grind, get on my hustle, and get out there, and it'll happen. Right. But I also feel like part of it is because I'm not willing to do just anything just to make it. Right. I'm not willing to do a scene where I kiss another man.
Right. Like they say, all money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money.
Yeah, because I
don't believe in that either. Right. All money is good money.
Nah, because I've had.
Bring it to me.
I've had clients, you know, for photo shoots and whatnot, and I've turned them down because I could see the headache coming down the road. Right. You know what I'm saying? So not all money is good money. So, you know, but I know what you're saying.
If you could have gotten paid.
I know what you're saying.
That money. Like, bring all the bad money to me. It's unless it's Mexican drug cartel money. I don't want nothing to do with that. Or Colombian. I don't want nothing to do with that. So I guess all money ain't good money. It just really proves your point.
It really ain't.
Just prove your point. So here we go, guys. We're down to 7 people on Facebook. I guess people are tired of my conversation, but we're going to get some topics. We're just winging it right now because we just want to make sure our equipment works, our sound works, and we got more people jumping on. So Erlene Bloomhagen said, "All money ain't good money."
It ain't.
Now, people don't just jump off because you don't agree. And then she said, "Unless," but I think we lost a lot of sisters because I said people character assassinating. But hey, I'm just keeping it real. Hey, drop Miss James. Hey, Erlene. But look, I don't know when people come out years and years later. Now that's like I said. I can't speak for that. I don't know what it's like to be molested.
I know what you're saying. So it looks suspect. I know what you're saying.
It does look suspect, and it's kind of hard to tell what is what. But if they did it, they do need to go to jail. Here's my problem, though. Here's my issue. Like if Bill Cosby did it, when you snatch Bill Cosby off the air, which they did, What about all the other actors that were on his show? What about all the producers, the directors, the people who are still getting residual checks?
Are they just as guilty?
They're not getting it. They're not getting the money anymore. So these are people that probably work hard and need the money more than Bill. And see, when you snatch a TV show off or something like that, it's hard on them too. Even though they didn't do it, but I guess you got to be careful who you work with or associate with, because the Cosby Show, for good, bad, or indifferent, I think the Cosby Show gave black people hope and gave black people something to strive for. It showed black people in a positive light, and
it was a good show.
I don't think people like Bill for that.
Great show.
I don't think people like Bill Cosby for that. I think they really didn't like him because he was such a positive image on television, showing Black America in a great light. You got a lawyer, you got a doctor, you got a wonderful family, and they weren't coming up the rough side of the mountain like Good Times. They were doing well. They were living good, and they had problems, they had issues, and they dealt with them. Why are you laughing, Wes? They weren't coming up
the rough side of the mountain.
Look, Good Times was bad, man. Every time they got a break, something bad happened.
Ooh.
When they finally had it all together, then James died. And listen, Good Times was written by white people who would not show JJ in a positive light. It would not show JJ. JJ was always the clown, and they were always being held down. There was no room for growth in that family. As close and as loving as that family was, there was no room for growth for Good Times. So that's why I think the Cosby Show was like one of the first real shows that showed people in the light that they showed them in, and it was positive for black people to see that. And then here you go with a black man trying to buy a network. See, let me tell y'all something. Information and technology is a great way to disseminate information. That's why we are behind the curve, because a lot of times our stories don't get told. Look at Hidden Figures and how well that movie did. And everybody wanted to know about Hidden Figures, and they were intrigued by the story. And it was a good movie.
It was real good.
It was a great movie.
Real good.
How long did it take, though, for black people to be shown in that light when we've been sending people in space for years? Why? Because we don't have control of, we're starting to get it now, but we don't control everything when it comes to information. A TV network is a great way to disseminate information and spread it out real quick. And when people understand that, until you control the airwaves, you really you're limited. You're limited. When somebody decides they want you off the air, we're not going to have you for another season, you're off. Whereas somebody like Bill Cosby and Oprah Winfrey, they can run their show as long as they want.
Well, I think that's where the internet comes in. This new age of technology and everything. You look at us right now. You know what I mean? You're reaching people. You can say what you want. And if you have, let's just say you had a camera, you can go out and film a movie, as low budget as it may be.
Right.
You can film something, put it online, send it out, and everybody sees it.
Absolutely. And we're here live now, and that's why we're doing this. Right. Somebody told me, Rod, stop waiting on your blessing and run to it. This is my way. I'm going to run to it.
How long ago did I tell you to do this?
He did.
I'm just asking. How long ago?
I'm gonna. Uh-oh, we lost something. Oh my goodness.
You killed your phone.
The EMP. The electromagnetic pulse got me. I have 63%. What's up with that?
You must have just hit the power.
I don't know what.
You must have hit the power button on your phone.
No, power button is on, bro. The power's on. That's the electromagnetic conspiracy pulse. Got me. What did I do? I don't know. We still have an audience, hopefully on.
Oh, we're good on YouTube.
We're good on YouTube. So
yeah, man.
I need to tell everybody to check me out on YouTube.
We on fire on YouTube.
Yeah, I just lost the signal, and that's the danger of Facebook. Sometimes you lose it.
Okay, you back now.
All right. So I'm not back on this phone.
Oh, you're not?
No. That's a delay, I think. But Wes told me to do this hundreds. The signal how we want it, and it's gonna be all right. Hundreds of years ago. He told me to do this and he not only told me to do it, but he volunteered to be on the air with me, and I apologize, Wes. I regret it, but we moved on now.
Bend the knee.
We moved on, Wes, and we are on our road to success, brother. We are going to have our own studio. We are going to be on the radio. We're going to be on YouTube, and we're going to be on hopefully Facebook Live if I can get my phone away. That's why I got to bring my iPad, because with the iPad you don't have as many problems. So I apologize to the audience that I lost. Watch, I'm gonna go back on and get them back. I'm gonna go back and get them back. But this is a test run. That's why you do this, so you can see, you know.
Yeah, and we totally went off subject.
And that's cool. But look at how much content we're talking about. Uh-oh. I got a uh-oh. I don't know why. But let me do another. Let me jump back on. Hold on. Let me let the people know. Wes, let's talk about a little, can you drop a little history lesson on us real quick? Maybe just a little word about something that you came across recently and you want to share with the people. Give them some Black history, because we do want to educate our people. We want to give people information. We want to educate our people, and we want to entertain too.
Well, it's not necessarily something that I'm doing or talking about, but if you've ever seen the Hidden Colors documentaries, the brother Tariq Nasheed, the creator and producer of the Hidden Colors series, just came out with 1804, the history of Haiti and the Haitian independence and the revolution.
Okay, I know you down with that.
I mean,
a
little bias, just a little bias.
Now, what's your bias with?
I happen to be Haitian,
so
of course I'm gonna promote it. But
so, okay,
you know,
that's your bias. Your bias towards
right.
helping him out.
Right. But it's I haven't seen it yet,
okay.
But I saw the trailer and it looks really good. And I know I've heard and read that Danny Glover's been trying to get a movie about the Haitian Revolution going for years.
Toussaint Louverture.
He's been trying to do it for years, and then nothing happened. But Tariq was able to do this documentary, so I'm gonna definitely buy my copy and check it out. But for those people who want to know some information about the Haitian Revolution and the role that Haitian people played when it comes to independence on this side of the world, the first, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Haitian Revolution was the first ever successful slave revolt in the history of the world. Period.
Wow.
Period.
The first successful slave revolt?
Yes.
In the history of
documented, as far as I'm aware of. First successful slave revolt, period. And the first independent black republic in the Western Hemisphere.
Wow. Did y'all know that? That's why I got this brother on.
So, Haitians helped fight in the Revolutionary War in
course.
America,
of course.
Helped South America gain its independence. They sent troops to Bolivia and so all of this coming from this little island.
Right.
Now it's Haiti and the Dominican Republic, but the island is Hispaniola or whatever.
Deron Warder says we should do a screening at the lodge.
That's not a bad idea.
Down there.
That is really not a bad idea.
That would be hot.
That's a good.
Let's make it happen, bro.
That's a good.
To all my squares out there watching, my brothers on the square, hey, we need to make that happen. Because listen, this brother, let me tell you about this brother. This brother should teach college courses.
No,
yes.
Easy.
Yeah. We're gonna get Wes, Professor Wes.
Easy. This is.
We're gonna call you Professor. We're gonna call you the Haitian Professor.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hashtag.
Just made up facts.
I know a little something about a lot of things.
Just a little something. A little something. I can sprinkle a little bit of information. I'm not necessarily trying to teach or anything like that. I'm just trying to, I ask questions. I have a lot of questions, and I just want.
I keep losing my. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want people to ask questions and research things, man.
Okay.
Because we don't do that. We don't do enough research. People just like going off the cuff on certain things, and even when it comes to religion, Bible, whatever, regardless, you get what I'm saying.
Half the people that go to church don't even read it. They don't study it.
So
I prayed the other day and I said in the name of Yeshua, and his eyes was like, who we praying to?
Right.
I'm like, that's Jesus.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So, we're gonna wrap up we're gonna look and see how everything went, test run everything, and hopefully we'll get this situation with my phone. I'm gonna bring my iPad next time. I was bad. I didn't bring my computer or nothing, but we're gonna have a format. We're gonna have this thing laid out for you. We're not gonna just be going off subject. We probably still will at first, but we'll get better. We will get better. We're gonna name this darn show, and we'll start to make this thing, start to pop. I need a bookshelf right back here with all my stuff back here.
It's all good.
Can you do that?
Be honest with you, I can probably get a green screen set up in here or something,
and make our own,
and just put whatever back there.
Yeah, don't tell them. That's the magic of
telling. Hey man, it is what it is.
But I need like some nice Bethune-Cookman stuff back here.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Nice microphone, comedy show, all that.
We'll figure something out.
All right, so I gotta give y'all my current events. I got some stuff that's coming up real soon. Shout out to all my Wildcats, Bethune-Cookman University. We beat Hampton, the other HU, 24-21. Last week we were victorious. Thank you very much. And we're getting ready. We got another game next week, but we are coming into the month of November. So shout out to all my November babies. This is your month to get your party on. Celebrate life and enjoy it. We will be at the Amway Center, November 17th, Friday, November 17th, Omega Sci-Fi Founders Day, by the way, to the bro. I can't help it.
I understand.
But we will be doing our Founders Day celebration, and
congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And we will be at the Amway Center. I will be hosting the Florida Blue Battle of the Bands. Now, if you've never been, we're having bands come in from all over the country. They'll be coming in to perform live, and at the end, the climax of the show, the Florida A&M University Marching 100 and the Pride. The Marching Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman University will be there for your perusal, for you to just enjoy. And I tell people all the time, if you don't come for any other reason, if you love music and you love bands, come. But bring the children. And I'll tell you why. I wanted to go to college because I saw a marching band. And it sold me immediately. It sold me as soon as I saw it. I was like, I want to do that when I get big. So bring the children. It'll inspire them. It'll give them a reason, if they're in high school, to want to pursue, because you can get a scholarship playing an instrument or twirling that flag. But let's bring the young people out. And after the Battle of the Bands, I'll be at Club Ember hosting the Classic Party. So come on out to that as well. I'll be all over the place. Thursday night, I need to back up. Thursday night, there's a possibility I may be opening for Cedric the Entertainer.
Nice. So
Thursday and Friday night, I'm going to be out. I'll be tailgating Saturday. And Bethune-Cookman is pretty much going to do what they've been doing the last 7 years. Put smack down on the Rattlers out there on that football field. And our band is going to shine. So it is what it is, bro.
You think so?
I believe in my heart that we are going to beat the hell out of them. I do.
I got some family members that are Rattlers.
And that's fine. And people make mistakes. People have shortcomings in their life. You can't judge everybody, Wes. I mean, people make mistakes in their life. So you can't judge everybody for, being a Rattler. I mean, gosh. God knows I feel sorry for them right now because I want them to win some more games until they play us. Then we'll really know who's the best.
True.
So, you got anything you want to say, man?
Where can they find you?
Oh, that is important. You can find me at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on the title @RodZComic. That's at RODZCOMIC. And you can also go to my website, become a Rod-Z.com. And I have another Facebook page, Become a Rod Z Fan on Facebook. So I have 2 Facebook pages. But Twitter, Instagram, and my regular Facebook page is at RodZComic. Rod-Z.com is my website. And then that's it.
I'm on Facebook as Weston Pierre. Instagram, Weston Pierre Photo. And my website is wpphotography.com.
Why you sound so sad about it?
No, man. I'm thinking about the whole social media thing. I'm not a big social media guy. Like, I'll post some stuff every now and then, you know.
But you better become. You're gonna be a social media guy now because
yeah,
you gotta promote this
am
show,
I,
buddy.
Am I? You know what I'm saying? Am I getting old? Because I don't do the Snapchatting and all that stuff. You know.
I'm not with Snapchat either. I don't like Snapchat. But you better start promoting this show quick. If you want, you better get on social media. Number one. Number two, that's where it is now.
Right.
I mean, exactly. I'm getting ready to.
That's why I had that look on my face. I was like, man,
you got work to do.
Yeah,
you got a lot of work to do. That's what it is because that's where everybody's at now.
Right.
Everybody's watching the video screen. They're watching their computer screen and they're watching videos on social media. Because matter of fact, I need you to get that green screen because I need to do some funny stuff. I need a cameraman, so we gotta negotiate. We gotta talk. I got some work for you, brother. Believe that. Believe that. So, sorry to all my Facebook people who dropped off.
It's all good.
How are we gonna get this to work? This Facebook situation.
Well,
Facebook Live is.
Here's what you do. Once this ends, all you gotta do is play this, post this on your wall, and then people will start knowing to go to YouTube.
Yeah. So we're gonna let you know when we're gonna do the show. It can't be Wednesday.
We'll figure it out.
We'll let you know when to do the show. We're gonna do the show. Somebody said name the show Real Talk with Rod Z, but I wanted something more creative, something more fun, something more silly.
Foolishness.
Straight foolishness.
We're making it up as we go.
No, because it's not going to be made up though.
No, I'm just...
It's not going to be made up though.
No, that's
we're going to have
the irony is the humor.
We're going to have a format.
That's the humor in it. We're making it up as we go.
No, we're not.
But it's formatted.
It's going to be formatted, but we're going to just be talking straight, real talk. Straight up. No, I don't know. And straight up sounds so simple and cliche. I want something like inappropriate behavior. I don't know what we're going to call it, man. I'm sorry to all the people that fell off, but to my people that just jumped on to Facebook Live with me, this is Westerner Pierre, my homeboy, my ace boom coon, and we are starting a live video stream show on YouTube, but we're also going to try to cover some of it on Facebook Live. But what's the link? Can we turn the link into something that we can say and they can remember, or we just have to let them just show them the link?
Well, this is just the test. Once we get the name for the show and
you can make it.
We'll get a YouTube page set up and everything, and we'll just tell them go to the page, and everything will be copacetic.
And then we can still put the link. The link will match the name of the show.
Correct.
And we can just do that. So
we'll get everything set up. We're
gonna get everything set up. Tonight was all about. So if you're looking at this right now, if you want to go on YouTube, put the link back up, Wes. If all the people that are jumping on now, because we had about 30 people on here that I've lost. What's up, Taj? You my ace too, baby. But I'm just saying, don't be jealous. But this is my co-host, Mr. Westerner Pierre, and we're going to start our show. We're going to be on every week, bringing you current events and topics. We're going to be discussing certain things. We're going to bring you a little bit of sports. We're going to bring you a little bit of Black history information, and we're just going to have fun. Also, we're going to include music. So. Eric, thank you for jumping back on, Eric. I appreciate it. Theron, thank you for jumping back on. Everybody that was on here and lost me, also know this. If you're watching on Facebook Live and you ever lose me, jump back on. I'm going to put it right back on. So it may be broken up into pieces, but that's all right. If you prefer to watch it on Facebook Live, just, hang with me and just jump back on. We're going to probably run the show. I'm using my phone right now, but we're probably going to run the show on my iPad. Because we're going to be on our computers and we're just going to be going hard. We're going to have news stories, current events, topics for all of us to discuss. And if you want to share your thoughts with us, you can comment on Facebook Live, or you can go to YouTube while you're watching it. They'll be able to comment while they're watching live on YouTube.
There's a chat room.
There's a chat room, and we'll be able to open that chat room up and let you talk and say what you got to say and hear your ideas. We'll probably have a question of the week also that you can read and make your comments on there, and I'll just read them on the show. But we look like we have a strong signal on YouTube, and we are up and running. We're getting ready to come up for the name of the show. Wes, we're not leaving until we come up with a name. I'm staying at your house until we come up with a name because I'm missing Game 7 of the World Series, and I think it's the best World Series.
Game still going on?
It probably is. Knowing these two
we can
teams,
turn on TV right now.
they play. Oh my gosh, they
Well,
played. I was up to 1:00 the other night.
Yeah, when we jump off, we can play it. I can cook some food or something if you're hungry.
That's why he's my boy. see, this is why he's my ace boom coon. Cause this brother has welcomed me into his home, ran everybody out the house, and let me stay here and talk trash to you all, and then he gonna cook.
I'll hook you up, bro.
He should cook. It took me 2 days to get here. It's dark out there. I ain't got my weapon on me, man. Come on, man. But no, but yeah, we're gonna do some big things. Shout out to Drew Tarver, Zakia Wilson, Tamika Caldwell, David Outing. What's up, David? I need for you to ask my main man. David is a great musician. For those of you who don't know, David Outing. We may have to interview you soon, man, because I want to hear about your excursion out there with my main man, Fred Hammond. And I need you to get Fred Hammond to bring me along so I can open the show. Real talk. I ain't playing. Don't even speak to me if you don't make it happen either. I'm putting that kind of pressure on you, David. Don't even talk to me no more. If I'm not on the tour with Fred, making a little change, I don't want a lot of money. I really don't. I just want to make a little side change and let the people see me and sell my DVDs. It ain't got to be a lot of money, but I'm just saying, make it happen, David. I'm just saying, make it happen. Just kidding, man. But I would like to be on the show. Lisa Bray, what up? Portia Bryant, Theron Waters, Erlene Bloomhagen, E. Hudson. I don't have any go-go right now, but we will be putting some music on there. You know, we got to put the disclaimer that we don't claim the music.
Yeah, you might get pulled off. People get pulled off YouTube all the time.
I got put in jail about that. So we're gonna put a disclaimer in words, and we're gonna actually say it before the start of the show.
Does that help?
Yeah, I think that's what you have to do. You don't claim the rights to that music. Felicia Harris, what's up, babe? Taji, BC in the house. Bethune Cookman. Okay, I can't say this name. Peaches. Curtis Decia Peaches Waller. Peaches, girl, what's up? Who else? Tashika Hires, what's up, cuz? Pam Ford. All of you who are on here, all 6 of you. Thank you. We appreciate you. Jeremy Smith. I need you all to, when you start seeing me on this show regularly, you and Westner and I, this is West, when you start seeing us on the show, I need you all to jump on and then invite somebody else to watch. We will not make it. We will not make it without your help. We can't function. We won't do well. We want thousands on there, and we want to celebrate. Actually, I want to celebrate our first 100 people by the end of November. I think we can do it.
Yeah, of course. Man.
I think we can do at least 100 people, 100 followers on the YouTube channel.
As long as you can stay on track.
We will stay on track. What are you talking about? I don't even have any notebooks, any paper. I don't have my computer with me. And look, we've been doing this for like at least an hour.
Yeah, 52 minutes. Roughly.
Yeah, we've been doing like an hour. So imagine if I actually get the show together. We don't even have a name. We don't even have a name. I'm offended.
Relax your eyebrows.
All right,
relax, brother.
We're gonna have a great show though, and we want you to partake in it. We want you to get excited and be ready to watch. We're gonna try to come on at 7. I think because a lot of the shows that people like to watch come on at 8 and 9 o'clock. So we want to be able to, and we might even do a little review to get you ready for the next show because I watch a lot of these shows. So,
that's all I do.
Right. So we'll be able to give you updates and say, okay, last week on Empire, and we'll bring.
Except that I don't watch Empire.
You don't watch Empire? I stopped watching Empire. It got boring.
I've seen a couple episodes, but I just couldn't get into it, man.
I stopped watching Scandal. I used to love Scandal, but I realized that the only reason I was watching it was because of Kerry Washington. And then when she had the same the same acting, she did it every week. You find him. She do that every week. Right. You killed him.
It started off good, then
it was good, and then she was like,
the show got cheesy.
You murdered him.
The show got real cheesy.
She would do it every week. And then, after a while, you be around, good-looking woman. After a while, she just become your sister. You're in the friend zone. So after I got out of the friend zone and realized that Kerry and I couldn't be together, I just let it go.
That's understandable.
Yeah. So
sometimes you gotta let it go.
Plus, I don't like the fact that all these sisters were excited about Kerry Washington's character, and she was the jump off. She was the side chick. Like,
that's a subject for another show.
Put
that on pause. Put that on pause.
No, I want to say this though. Think about how many sisters would have been upset with the show if the president and first lady were black and the side chick was a white chick.
I understand that.
Dun dun dun.
Tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen.
So we're gonna talk about that next week. We're gonna table that.
I don't know. We're gonna table it, man.
If all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to leave you right now with a prayer that your houses be protected, your finances grow, and that there be nothing but love in your family and in your heart at all times. Y'all, let's stick in there. Let's hang together. Let's continue to show each other love and support. Let's continue people, and let's continue to watch Real Talk with Rod Z and Weston Pierre. I'm Rod Z, and
I'm Wes. I holla.